Can you just give us your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, look, it was a really professional performance. We played an expansion team full of young players with a lot of run and skill and talent, and they're building. So we understand what we're up against. My apologies, sorry. We certainly wanted to come out and play with intensity and in the manner that we wanted to. You make it a tough, hard, tight contest. And I thought we did that right from the start. Certainly the second quarter, we lost our way a little bit. They did some different things, but both teams I don't know, it was just a bit of a messy game, really. And then at half-time, we realigned ourselves to what we wanted to do. I thought they were really good. They had 7 entries, 5 goals. So we just lost some structure around the place. But we certainly realigned ourselves at half-time and come out and played with a strong method. And, you know, it just spoke about being a bit more direct and stop mucking around as much. And I thought that come to fruition, and we started scoring a lot more heavily. And it was a professional performance, really. And we come out unscathed. Duff will come off with a cork, as far as we understand. We knew that. Ballantyne we subbed out because he had a little bit of tightness and was throwing up at half-time, a little bit of illness. So, and, you know, we did higher than normal rotations today to try and share the running and unload some of the guys. So, other than that, you know, we're fit and healthy, and we'll move on pretty quick, obviously. And we go to Melbourne, which is, they're certainly on the improve, but we need to fly in and have a professional performance and try and get what we're after, which is bank another 4 points.
And Stephen Jones late.
Yeah, he was. He's just sort of had some tightness. He trained fully, and then they mentioned and massage a little bit tight, and we just thought it was an unacceptable risk, so we didn't play him.
Percentage you gained 13 points. Did that factor in at all?
No, we're aware of all the permutations and all the conjecture about, but I can't control any of that. What we control is preparing well and trying to play in our manner. We can't control anyone else's results. You know, there's a lot of commentary. We understand the interest, and clearly we're aware that there's possibilities out there, but none of them exist if we don't keep winning and beating our next opponent. So that's at the forefront of our mind. And when we do have a look, and potentially individuals or groups might get distracted by that, we just ask them to say it's okay to think those things, but, you know, come back and align yourself to what's important and what's got us to where we are, which is preparation and performance.
Josh, you spoke during the week about the potential of resting players before playing the Giants and then against Melbourne next week.
I'll just clarify that. We didn't talk about Melbourne, but yeah.
Just that it's become talked about.
Okay.
Now the teams do rest players.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Are these games too close to the finals for Fremantle to take the opportunity to do that?
No, we're trying to build our footy, but it's happened by default for us with a lot of injury, hasn't it? So we're probably now in a fortunate position that nearly all but 4 of our players have had 3 or 4 weeks off with injury, and by default have been rested. So it's not something that is a big issue for us.
Kevin Sheedy just described you guys as junkyard dogs.
Did
you
he?
like that description? I guess referring to all the pressure.
Oh, look, you know, I feel because it's an elite sporting environment, you know, national competition. So, look, you know, we like to be a hard-nosed AFL team. There's a number of them out there. Most of them sit in the top 8. There's a few that have had some unfortunate things that sit outside the top 8. So, to be the very best, you've got to aim for uncompromising effort and performance. So, look, you know, we sort of did what we did. We needed to do it. We acknowledge that. We went about it for 3/4 in the right manner. And look, there's a lot of descriptors out there, but basically, you know, we want to win the ball really well. I thought if we were junkyard dogs, it was in the right manner. Our attack on the footy and our pressure was really strong. So they'd walk away and go, gee, well, that's the level you need to be at to and maturity and physicality to immerse yourself in the 8, which is what we've done. So I think it's a really good learning curve for them. I still think they're an incredibly exciting young group and talent. You know, anyone that supports them, I wouldn't be dismayed. You know, Jeremy Cameron's still he's kicked 4 or 5. he's going to be a star. You know, they're young midfield and they'll blossom. They're being really well coached. I think Kevin, as an ambassador, has been super. You know, I think would all like to see him continue probably in that role. I don't think he really needs to step away. I think you got Liam Cameron, you know, Monday to Friday. I think they're on the right path, and you know, they continue to absorb the lessons. They'll grow like Gold Coast have.
She's also said that you guys have basically won the top tax lotto in a way in terms of your draw, not just the final month but the whole season.
Yeah, okay. Well, commentaries on draw is really interesting because, like most analysts or flippant opposition coaches, it runs as deep as about the last 2 weeks. So if I'm happy to listen when people do a real detailed analysis of the draw, because all I know is when it came out, if you look at our first 8 weeks, we played 6 of last year's top 8. Adelaide twice, West Coast twice. You've got Carlton on the rise. You know, so what happens throughout the course of the year? People get injuries, the form falls away, and then they reanalyse. But at that time, and then you've got to do the analysis of injuries and availabilities. You know, so I think the flippancies and they're just red herrings thrown out. You know, at the end of the day, you look after your own performance. You know, and I think the other highlight is the real evenness of the AFL competition. So North's a tough draw, but Adelaide have beaten them today. So, you know, it's all garbage, to be honest.
How close was Everton to playing today?
Yeah, we thought he'd play. Our doctors said he was fantastic early in the week, but he got the excuse me again. He got the training on Friday and really just couldn't get going. So it's a bit niggly, that Achilles. But we were surprised that he wasn't available. So hopefully he will be next week.
Does playing the 3 bottom sides on the ladder in the last 4 weeks before the finals, does that give you the best opportunity to prepare for finals?
No, I think you like hard-edged competition. My apologies again. But what we do know is we played Melbourne here last year, round 22, and we were uncompromising in the manner we were today. But we knew when we looked at the footage, we didn't take any shortcuts and we played in the right way. And then everyone was dismissive of that, and we rolled into our first final and played in exactly the same manner. So for us, the scoreboard and opposition are irrelevant. If we play the way we want to play, it doesn't matter. We'll improve.
Sorry, Ross. Chris Mayne's had 11 tackles today and 38 pressure rates.
Yeah.
Tons going. How important a player is he to you and your side?
Yeah, he's critical. He's one of our leaders, 100-game player. Just finished his apprenticeship, and it was an emotional day. He's really close with his family. Had his parents in, grandparents, and uncle and close mate in pre-game. Presented the 100th jumper, and one of the players spoke. So it was terrific that he didn't just try and fill his boots, and he still prided himself on the hard things and full of character. And it's a real credit to him the way he goes about his footy. And there were players that make their teammates better and their team better, and he's one of them.
Looking new and playing his way into a permanent spot this side.
At the minute, yeah, he keeps picking himself, so performed really well again today. So he's getting reward. He didn't have a great summer, didn't come back in great shape, but then he had an injury, so he's worked really hard to get back into great shape and stay hungry, and now he's sort of grabbing his opportunities. So he's learned some valuable lessons this year.
And how important was it for Pat to get another run under his belt, and what do you expect from him over the next 3 weeks?
Yeah, well, I think we all know it's self-evident. He needs to continuity. That's his first one. In a perfect world, he'll play the remaining 3 before the finals. So we expect him, like Aaron, they'll just get a bit better and better. And I thought he was exceptional, really, with the amount of footy he's missed. So he's a credit to himself and his preparation.
Is it a case of both Pat getting better, then also the team getting used to having him back there? Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Like, we've learnt to. We had a look into the future, didn't we? No Sandlands, no Pavlich, and I'm still able to win enough games, so that breeds some confidence. And but yeah, that chemistry will come in time, I'm sure. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Ross.